Hey everybody, happy Friday. Well, the weekend's going to be starting soon. I'm glad you're here. And this weekend I'm going to play a little bit of music with my family. Both my kids play violin, much better than I play saxophone. But it's interesting. A friend of mine is a drummer, and he had twin daughters, and he named them Anna 1, Anna 2. Well, how about we do some drawing? I think it's time for us to get busy with that instead of me trying to tell some jokes. Are you ready? Well, it's Friday. We're going to do something a little different today. We sometimes do a little Who Made That in the middle of our show. So that's coming up. Look out for that. Meanwhile, at the end, we've got the animal and activity, which everybody likes. And we'll get to that soon. But first, it's a You Draw It. Now, You Draw It is when you grab a pencil, you grab a pen, you grab a crayon, a marker, whatever you like, and we're going to draw together one line at a time. So here we go. Are you ready to get started? We got a special monkey to draw today because this is for Earth Day as well. I know that Earth Day was this week. I thought I'd keep that going because monkeys like to live in trees. And so we're going to do that right now. This is going to be simple. I'm going to go slowly like we always do, one line at a time. Are you ready? And let's get started. So first thing you want to do is a little line at an angle like that. Now notice it's not a huge angle, right? It's almost straight up and down, but it's a little bit of an angle, all right? And now we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a C curve. Remember the C curves? And this C curve is facing downwards. So here we go. C curve. Alrighty, there you go. Now we're just gonna do the same kind of line we did first, only it's going to be moving in another direction. Here we go. Just down like this, and then we stop right there. Alrighty, next line. This is going to be another curve. Watch this. Curve down this way. Now, what do you suppose this is? Well, I'll tell you. We are drawing the head of our little monkey here, okay? And this is the easiest way to start is with a shape that contains everything else, all right? Not going to start with an eye, not going to start with a nose. Try and draw the shape first that contains everything else. It's nice to work big to small. Little art tip for you. All right, moving on to the next step. Little line here, little line there, and one right next to it. Those are just some cute little hairs coming off the top of that monkey's head. And they're also C curves, aren't they? Little C curves. All right, moving on. We're gonna do some ears. Are you ready? Do them right down here. And then on the other side, same thing. If you put them a little higher up on the head, that's fine. If you put them a little lower, that's also fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, right where this ear is, okay, I want you to move up. And then where that corner of the head is, watch this. I'm going to do a little line up and just curve it a little bit like that. You might be wondering what that is, but you'll find out in a second. Okay. Now watch this. I'm going to do a curved zigzag line, and I'm going to bring it down to right about here. Now watch how I do this. Let's start about here and watch. And then go like this. See? Curve it. Alrighty. And then down and stop. This monkey is reaching up over his head. It's going to be hanging from a vine. You'll see how we do that, all right? So now the hand. You may remember from some of our other drawings that we've done some hands before that don't actually show the entire hand, just a few lines for the fingers and thumb. Well, watch this. We're going to do the same thing. So starting right here, watch what I do. I just go up and around and in. A little kind of a spirally thing, okay? And then above it, I'm just going to make a curve. Watch. Curve. Like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and one little line there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, which makes up those 4 fingers. Everybody with me? Now watch this. Here comes that vine. I'm just going to draw a line like that. And the other side, a line like that. And here comes some leaves. I go out with a curve and back in with a curve. And then on this side, I go out with a curve and then back in with a curve. And then over here, maybe one more, out and in. All right, how are those monkeys looking out there? Pretty good? Let's move now to the body. Are you ready? Here it comes. I'm going to start a line right here, and I'm just going to draw a C curve that's really shallow and stop about there. That's all there is to it. Check the chat here, make sure I'm not going too fast. No, good to go. I can't believe it's really a monkey. You thought I was going to fool you. No, I'm not doing that today. I apologize. I do that a lot, but not with these draw-alongs. These are not for fooling you. All right, ready for the next step. We're going to move on to the other arm on the other side, and that's going to start right here, just under the ear, okay? So here it comes. I'm going to go up and out like that, and then I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to come up and out this way, and stop about there. So where did I stop? I stopped higher than the head. You can sort of judge that distance right there, okay? Now, here comes another one of those zigzag lines, but watch how I do it this time. It's going to be kind of like a C curve, but it's going to be interrupted by zigzags. So watch. I'm going to go down, zigzag, and then around, zigzag, and then down, like that. All righty. Everybody with me? Now, over here, I'm going to do the same kind of a hand, but watch how simple this one is. A little curve like that. That's the thumb. And watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the fingers. Okay? And that's all you have to do. All right. Now, what about some monkey legs? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is this. Watch carefully. Down straight. I'm moving past this line, right? And then I'm going to curve under like that. That's it. Like the letter J. All right. And now another one of these curves, a big C curve. And I'm going to start here, and it's going to go all the way up past this line. It's going to touch that line and then come around and down like that. Are you ready? We're going to go up and around and down. Okay? Now watch how we connect this. We're going to do more of that zigzaggy kind of a thing. All right? I'm going to come up, zig, zag, zig, zag, down. Maybe you do 2 zigs, maybe you do 1 zag. It doesn't matter. And then I'm ready to draw a little monkey foot. And here's how it's going to look. I'm going to go straight out. Okay. And then here on this side, I'm going to go straight out with a little curve. See that little curve right there? And then in between, I'm just going to draw some toes. 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 toes. Make them a little longer on the outside there, and you're good to go. And there's that little monkey foot. Now just over here, I'm going to make the other leg. Watch what happens. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to just do this. Curve it out like that. Stop. And right about here, I'm going to do more zigzags. Are you ready? Up, down, like that. And the same way we did this foot, I'm going to do, but watch what I do differently here. I'm going to actually pull this down a little longer, and I'm going to interrupt this right here. I'm going to go like this, across, and then this one's going to come out like this, and then I can do my 1, 2, and 3. We can have our little feet out there. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Looks like a monkey, but I'm not sure until he finishes it. Boy, you just don't trust me. All right, now it's time for the monkey tail. I bet you can guess what this is. Another big C curve. We're gonna start right here. We're gonna go C curve up like so. That is a big one. Nice long C curve. Remember what I said yesterday. You don't have to draw these big C curves in one path, right? In one pass, excuse me. What you can do is stop for a moment, pick up your pencil, do some more, pick up your pencil, do some more. And as you can probably guess, there are more zigzags coming, but these zigzags are going to be really narrow. Watch, I'm going to just follow the same path as this C curve with a zigzag. Zigzag, 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 with a round end right there. Okay. We are almost there. We're almost done with this monkey. All right, make this a little thicker right there. Okay, watch next. Here we go. More zigzags. I'm going to start under the chin here, and I'm going to zig, zag, zig, zag, zig. Okay. Right there to the front of the chest, right? And then starting on the same side here, watch. Boom, 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 to there. Everybody with me? How are we doing? I think we're okay. Oh, good. Tom, the girls are good. That's good news. All right, they're following along. Okay, here we go. It's time for a little monkey face. Now, watch how simple this is. Okay, there's really not much to it. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start at the top with a C. Watch this. C and stop. I'm going to about the middle of the face. I'll do it again. C and stop. Now, all you have to do is carry it down a little further. Okay, and now we're going to pop back out and touch the chin. So watch this. Pop out and touch the chin. See that? And then the same thing here. Pop out and touch the chin. And now you're almost there. Nose time. See where these changes in direction happen? I curve here and then I pop back out. I want you to line it up with that. And all you do is the letter V. Watch. V and up. Couldn't be simpler, right? Now watch this. I'm going to do a line down, stop about there. And now we're going to have a happy smiling monkey. So I'm going to draw another C curve right here. C curve. See how close we're getting? And now it's up to you for the eyes. And what I like to do for monkey eyes, I like to get them kind of close to the nose, right? And just do this, just a dark circle and another dark circle. I think that makes them look really cute and friendly. All right, I'm gonna take this line and pull it in front like that. And that even makes that leg look more like it's bent forward towards us a little bit. Now, what else could you do to this monkey? Well, you could do lots of other things. Look, you could do little lines like this, right? We like to add these little lines sometimes. That's fun. A little bit of texture, a little bit of detail. And then you could add some more jungle details if you wanted and things like that. But there you go. There is a monkey you can draw any old time. Remember, you can watch these back anytime. They're all archived right here at behance.net/live/students. Okay. I'm going to slide our monkey friend all the way over here. And I hope you enjoyed that monkey drawing. And now it's time for Who Made That? Now, we've done these before. This is where I'm going to show you part of a piece of art. And I want to see if you know who made that art, okay? So here we go. Are you ready? I'm going to reveal it now. There it is. Zoom in so you can see that more clearly. Any guesses as to who made this? Now, this is only a teeny tiny part of a larger painting. And in the past, we've done this with Claude Monet. And we've also done it with Gustav Klimt. And I'll tell you that this artist comes from the same general part of the world. All right, let's see if we have any guesses. Oh, someone said Kyle was full of monkey business. I like your style. Nothing like a good dad joke to make my day, I tell you what. Oh, Tom, right out of the gate. Look at that. Someone said Picasso, but I have to tell you, Tom guessed it right. Paul Klee, spelled K-L-E-E. And let's look at the whole painting here. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? So Paul Klee was a expressionist artist. He worked in the expressionism period. He made these paintings with these sort of imaginary cities in the mid 1920s. And he was born in Switzerland in 1879 and died in 1940. But Paul, what he liked to do, like I'm sure a lot of you out there, was have a lot of different art projects going at the same time. So he wouldn't just do one painting at a time. Sometimes he'd have up to 12 different paintings that he was working on simultaneously in his studio, which is why when he died, he had made over 8,000 paintings, if you can believe it. So he was a prolific painter. Anyway, the reason I wanted to show you this one is because this is the kind of thing that you could do at home. And so I'm just going to take this and I can make it a little smaller. Pop it over here for a second. And I wanted you to take some crayons or some markers. And sometime when you're at home and you want to just make an imaginary town, you can do what Paul Klee does, which is to draw simple shapes like a triangle and then stack it on top of a square, right? And then maybe you take that and stack it on top of a rectangle, turn this way. And then you look at it and say, oh, I could tuck another little square right there, right? And then another little triangle right there. And you just keep expanding this bigger and bigger and just see where it goes. This is a really fun way to work. And then you can do cool things like this. You could take a little curved section like that and say, that's going to be a little window or a door right there, right? Or maybe I can make a bigger arch right here and say, that's going to be a fun place for someone to hide out. And you can just build these piece by piece. And it's really fun to use different colors the way Paul did. Talking about him like he's my good buddy, Paul. But this is a fun thing. You can also do this with other people, which is why I like it. In fact, in our family right now, we have one of these going in the kitchen where we just add a square or a triangle here and there throughout the day. And it's getting really massive. And maybe next week I'll take a photo of it and I'll show it to everybody so you can see what it looks like. So I wanted you to see that. That's a fun drawing game and a fun drawing exercise that you can play. All right, well, it's time for the animal and the activity. Now today we have a special one because this actually came to me via Twitter. Now normally I ask the chat for some suggestions. And so this one is going to be one that came to me via Twitter. And it is a hippo jumping on a trampoline. And I just have to do it. Now, as usual, I start with a sketch. I use a light color, right? And I have to think, okay, now what are the big shapes here? First, I want to get the shape of that hippo head, right? But before I do that, remember what I showed you one time where I said, I'm going to actually draw the biggest possible area for my subject, which is this hippo, and say, there, my hippo is going to live in that area. Okay, now how much of that do I need for the head? Well, I'm going to make the head about that big. Okay, there's going to be that hippo head. About that size, all right, with the little hippo ears like that. And then that gives me some room to play. And I can say, all right, well, how do I want the hippo's body to look? I'm going to have one arm coming up here. Okay, hippos have kind of short legs, don't they? One back here. And then big round hippo body. And then we do this. Look at that. So by starting with that big shape, that kind of helps me to see what I want to do from the beginning. Cute little hippo eyes right there. And hippos have big teeth coming out the sides. But I don't want this hippo to look too scary, so I'm not going to make them look too menacing. I'm just going to do this. One little one there, one little like that. Little bumpy bumps coming out of the mouth. Okay. They also have nostrils right in the front like this. 1 and a 2. Okay. Now what about that trampoline? Well, that's an ellipse. So I'm going to draw my ellipse. See how I made a whole bunch of passes to try and get that right? Okay. And then we're just going to give this trampoline some legs. Remember, I'm thinking about the trampoline sitting on the ground and also being kind of like in an ellipse, right? So I can get the length of those legs for the trampoline about right. And there you go. Yay. All right, and now it's time for me to draw on top of that with a darker color. So I'm going to use that same blue I was using before. It's a nice deep dark blue. And I'm going to draw over my sketch. So here we go. So one arm up this way, and then down. There's the back of that head. And for the ears, I want to do the cute little round shapes they have that are a little bit squared off on the top. See that? Round and then a little squared off at the top. And as always, I'm doing a really simplified, cartoony kind of version of my subject, right? I don't have to know too much about hippos to do this and make it look right. Whoops, there we go. And a little tooth. Well, I'll probably make it a little fatter. There, that's super cute like that. And then down we go. Alrighty. Big swooping line. One little leg right there. One little leg right there. And what about the hippo tail? Whoop. That's it. And the trampoline is a big ellipse. There we go. And then underneath that, I'm going to try and follow that line. Just like that. Then we have the legs. See how quickly I'm drawing those lines? I want to do that with some speed to help me get them straight. Okay. Now let's hide that sketch for just a moment. Just get rid of that. Now we can see our line work. And there is a happy hippo. And I think the eyebrows always add a ton of personality. Maybe I only say that because I myself have pretty dark, expressive eyebrows. For better or for worse. You always know what I'm thinking because my eyebrows show it. Here are some little wrinkles. I think that makes the hippo look a little more hippo-y, right? Woo-hoo, says the hippo. All righty. Now, folks, usually I take these suggestions in the chat, but these people were so patient. They've made so many suggestions in the chat, and I thought finally, you know what? They reached out to me on Twitter. Thought it'd be great to do this, and so I'm really happy to draw this. I'm happy with how it turned out. I think it was a really funny suggestion. I hope you like it as well. And there you have it. So once again, we have spent some quality time together drawing. I hope you will try the Paul Klee castle style drawing where you just piece together shapes, triangles, rectangles, squares, little arches, and things like that, and try using different colors the way he did. Just put a whole bunch of colors together. It doesn't matter what they are, and you'll make something that you like. It's been wonderful drawing with you again this week. We're going to do it again next week. And so I can't wait to see you again next Wednesday, same time, same place. Everybody have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you very soon. Happy drawing.